최고.
Oh, I'm sorry. You actually thought that I was going to say something funny here. Well, you're a bagel. I don't know. All I do know is that I'm the best Let's Player you've never heard of. And this is more Mario & Luigi Superstar Saga. Last time we began more to climb Hoo Hoo Mountain. And made it to the top like 2 episodes faster than I thought we would. But in this episode, we're going to walk over here and kick a stone. Fools! What are you kicking that for? That's a really rare stone! It's called a hoo-hoo block! In case you don't notice, you're like sitting on top of 17,000 more hoo-hoo blocks. I'm pretty sure it's not that rare. And I'll tell you! Anyone who tries to get the hoo-hoo block down the mountain is a thief in my book! Huh? My name? Alright! I'm called Pteranodon! Get it? Because he's a Pteranodon and he talks a lot. It's actually funny. Was that? The town folk are all worried about me? Really? But I didn't mean to make them worry! See, what happened is this. I saw Prince Peasley and followed him up here, and then I saw this huge dragon appeared. I was shocked. I was speechless, which is rare. I can see that it's rare. So anyway, I've just been here keeping this poor egg warm ever since. Yep, that's the deal. I think something will hatch out of it pretty soon. That's what happens when it eggs. Well, that was consequential. Not consequential. Coincidental. I can English. Oh, it's here! It's time! Oh wow! It's about to hatch! I can't take the suspense! That smile is actually creepy. Gugwa! Well, that was lucky. Egg! Well, that's a shock! Talk about one crazy egg! See, hoo-hoo blocks are so unrare that this monster thing can actually, like, spit them out as an attack. So, yes, this is the real boss of Hoo Hoo Mountain. Say hello to Drago-Ho-Ho. Interesting name to say the least. I guess it's like a younger Dragon Santa with a goatee. So yes, he has a spit fire attack. Go figure, it's not like he's a dragon or anything. Don't know where I was going with that. But there's that thing where you can knock him down a level. It's sort of a dynamic fight you'll see in a minute. Where he will... Oh, I guess based on which way his head is pointing, you can tell which way he's going to spit the rock. That makes sense. He starts up, like, extended high on his legs. I think jump-based attacks, which are all the attacks you have right now, are the ones that do that, but then he can... Oh, wow! I didn't know he could get this already. The Starshade brothers, Dak and Stardust Fields, the 2 military toad dudes. They mentioned a thing before about advanced commands in Bros attacks, which I skipped over really quickly because I wanted to explain it when we first ran into it. I forgot that the advanced command for the... whatever attack got advanced command, I guess it was... must have been Bounce Bros, since I don't see the advanced logo for Splash. But... oh, what was I gonna say? I was too interested at Luigi humping the stone there for a second. So yes, when he stands on top of the stone, you have a lot less time to dodge the attacks, and Mario's almost dead. That's not good. So I'm gonna have Mario heal on his turn so he can show off the advanced command in Bounce Bros. So when you use a Bros attack enough, you can gain the advanced command, which lets you input a different action command there, which I failed to do actually. That's not good. And it does more damage or has a different effect. Some other ones will actually have support effects instead of necessarily just causing more damage. Some of them change in effects, and there's one that I'm very interested in showing off at some point that actually lets you item steal from enemies. So just so we could show off the advanced move, I do want to heal Luigi's BP there. And I'm just because I'm sick of Mario taking damage every time he uses that attack, I'm going to break the Ho-Ho Stone with Mario's attacks, and then try for the advance with Bounce Bros. So, exclamation point, advance. There. Now it does less damage, but it will attack multiple enemies. Okay, now he's going high again. Oh, when he's up high, it causes different... I get it. It's the opposite when he's on tall legs. Tall legs? Okay. I think it's important to heal. You will notice that, unlike most other RPGs, if you just want to use my Let's Plays as an example, Pokemon Silver, you will find yourself healing with items a lot more than you normally would in an RPG. Just because this is more so in Superstar Saga than any of the other Mario and Luigi games, but mostly just because it's difficulter to dodge the attacks. Even when your stats are set up so that you can do fine when you're just dodging attacks. But still, taking attacks is hard if you get hurt a lot, like I do, especially with the commentary. So you will need to use items a lot, which is okay, because they throw them at you like crazy. I used several mushrooms in that fight, and I still ended up with... I still have over 20 already, after the second main boss and second main area. But more importantly is the fact that defeating Drago Ho-Ho turns him into a bean. Dragon Bean. Ha ha ha! Cheers to your mustaches.
This incredibly dazzling man is none other than Prince Peasley. What happened to you?
Ha ha ha. Well, I suppose you could call it a bit of an accident, dear. It appears that whenever there is a charismatic young man character in one of my Let's Plays, he just has to have an identical voice to ring a bell. Because, you know, it's ring a bell. You cannot deny ring a bell. But you can clearly deny the Virtual Console menu, which is going to get really annoying. It kind of makes me wish I actually bought a Game Boy version and played it with the Game Boy player, but then I would just be hitting the Z button all the time like I did in Pokemon Silver, so it does not really change anything. Anyway, this ring-a-bell voice is getting really bad, so I should probably finish this up quickly. As I was investigating events through the country on this top-secret mission I'm on, I suddenly encountered Cacletta and her vile underling Fawful here on this mountain. But by the time I realized who the fiends were, it was too late. They transformed me into that and shut me inside the egg. Is that so? Princess Peach's voice has been stolen? Ha ha ha! I wouldn't worry about Princess Peach. I'm quite sure she'll be fine. So wait, he's a bean riding on a flying bean. That makes sense. At any rate, we should chase after Cacletta. I want you to visit Queen Bean in Bean Bean Castle once you climb down the mountain. Maybe that Cacletta's next target is in Bean Bean Castle. I bet my life on it. Oh, here's a gift for me. Autographed, of course. Yes, I think a rose matches your green perfectly. If you show that rose at Bean Bean Castle, they'll permit you to enter. Enter what? I don't want to know. And with that, I must get back to my mission. May we meet again. And I kind of feel really bad for Blablanadon, given the fact that he had both Mario Bros fisting him the whole way down. GBA sprite limitations, great. Just great. But now that the Hoo-Hoo block presumably fell into the Hammerhead Bros place, we should probably go see them because we gave them a Hoo-Hoo block, so they're gonna make hammers. Boy, did you two arrive at exactly the right time. Just now, Hoo-Hoo block fell down in the waterfall. Actually, it fell down like 5 minutes ago, because that's when I first ran into Blablanadon. Ding 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 ding. Hammer! Woohoo! Man, it feels so great to be making hammers again after such a long break. In fact, it feels so darn great that we went ahead and made you guys 2 hammers! Look at that craftsmanship! Bow! Now you're playing with power! Yeah, you got that right. These bad boys are now all yours. You got the hammers, except it was actually 1 hammer that kind of split into 2. You can use the solo hammer action. I guess we ought to teach you guys how to properly use hammers. So, yes, mini tutorial. It's just another action icon except you press the R button to alter the action icon for the lead character. So, interestingly, you press L to alter it for the back guy, and R to alter it for the front guy. And, yeah, that's pretty much it. So, yes, hammers break rocks. And you could do that to get a nut, which heals HP to both of them, which is cool. Except it's one nut that splits into two nuts. And then one of them each eats one of the nuts. They really, considering the fact that this was developed in English-speaking countries, you really think they would have caught on to something like that. But anyway, we can demolish Fawful's giant block thing and get another nut. So now we have two nuts, but they're nuts that split into two nuts. So now we have four nuts. I'm not really sure who thought this was a good idea. So hammering this peg will turn the water on there. It is a very pathetic puzzle, and if you can't figure it out, you're a very pathetic person. I mean, I can't say that. I mean, you might be able to tell, you might not be able to tell that you can actually, like, hit the peg with your hammers. But what I should say is, you're a very pathetic person if you couldn't figure that puzzle out after watching me figure it out immediately in front of your face, and literally explain in several different phrasings literally how to do it. So, mysterious minecarts that go to the Hoo Hoo Mountain base are there. I would actually like to ride these, because they are the first of several minigames. There's an old man that I think I would actually be a good idea to make fun of, since I didn't make fun of Toadsworth before. Oh there, Bard! It's been a Goma's age since we had any strangers in these parts. Also, he has a bean dog. I want a bean dog. I'm sorry. Now listen, fella. Come on! Restore point! Yes! If you want to ride in them rusty old carts, I won't go stopping you, but don't advise watching out for trouble. Yep, no one knows where them rails lead. Still, I'll tell you something. You might just be able to find jewels by jumping a bit in there. While you're hopping for loot, watch out. If you spot danger, just shine your light at it. Oh, mercy, there I go again. I'm always boring folks to tears with stuff like this. So, tell the boys, care to ride in the carts? So yes, Luigi's going to take the background cart, and Mario's going to take the foreground cart. No, my audio is not desync, I just spoiled something like 2 seconds. You press their regular jump buttons to get them to jump, and you have to go through looking for jewels. Collecting those things will restore batteries to Mario's flashlight. I don't get why Luigi doesn't get a flashlight, or they just assume that Mario is the only one who can handle a flashlight, I guess. I mean, obviously, you need that to... You need the guy in the foreground to shine it on the guy in the background. It can't really work very well the other way without, like, there being light in the camera, which would kind of be stupid. But who said that Luigi needed to be the one in the background? You saw the thwomp there. Hitting that will cause you to lose a certain number of jewels. That's not good. I hit the thing. That's not good. Is that a bat up there? I thought I saw a bat up there. There are bats here. If you do it again... The challenge is tougher, but you get better rewards. And I know as a fact there are bats in at least the harder versions that, like, swoop down, unlike thwomps where you could just flat out see where they went. The bats will swoop down, you won't be able to tell, really. They might not be bats, they might be swoops, they might be, like, stereotypical bat enemies, not just bats. But we got all 15 jewels there, we didn't hit anything, so I think we cleared that one pretty well. And stuff. So, here we are at the end, and the old man just materializes, somehow. Why, howdy again. Well, fellas, this spot marks the last stop of the long, strange railroad ride of my life. But I reckon your adventure has just begun. Get to it, boys. So, yes, there's no rewards your first time, but doing it again as a minigame will get you more stuffs. So, here you got a nut and mushroom, and you got some breaky rocks. Wait up! And you got another tutorial, too, which is great. Forgot to mention one thing. We never taught you how to use your hammers in battle, which is okay since there weren't any battles. I'm going to say no to learning. Oh, you can't say no to learning. Again! I said this last episode. I thought I could escape school by recording and playing video games of all things. But nope. So, Your solo hammer attack is... pressing the A button is the action command right there when it shakes. So, yeah. And defending with the hammer, unlike pressing with good timing, you have to hold the button and release to defend. I really like the concept of the different action commands for defending with the different times, but sadly... Oh, okay. I don't even know what those guys are up to. They're just weird. I mean, if I'm saying they're weird, they're definitely weird. So, they're weird. These rocks we can't break for now, but you did see there was another way down the mountain that wasn't the minecarts. This way contains some blocks and stuff. And a mushroom. Well, that was in a block. And a money block. And don't worry, the mad cash that we have, all 405 coins, won't be going to waste very soon. Or won't be pointless very soon, because we're actually going to find a place to spend it. So you got shrooms there, you got a random disappearing Boo statue and a disappeared bridge. So presumably we're going to be able to do something about that later on, but we can't do anything about that later on now. And here, if you do this, this will put you back in Hoo Hoo Village in a place... No, this isn't Hoo Hoo Village, it's just a bridge that the Hoo Hoo people... The bridge that they broke, a bridge that they built. And it puts you back by the minecarts. So... yippity-dingle-doo or something. This episode, we made it to the bottom of Hoo Hoo Mountain very briefly and then kind of went halfway back up. But in the next episode, I'm going to off-screen doing the minecarts yet again, and then I'm going to be at the bottom of the mountain, and then we're going to do stuff at the bottom of the mountain. So until then, I'm LeaderofLuxinape, signing off. Oh, also we got hammers, that's kind of important too.